What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So let's talk about APTOS. Hopefully I'm saying that right. This is how I'm going to say it for the rest of the video. APTOS, 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 right? APTOS coin or APTOS Labs is doing something different, right? It's trending right now. We saw about 500K tweets on Twitter on the one day. Seeing a lot of people that are discussing where it will go. I want to show you guys the chart. I want to show you what I think about the investment, as well as what their vision is, and also an interesting article that talks about, is it the next Solana? And it's very early to say that it is compared to something else, but if they've been developing it for so long, then obviously you can start comparing it to things that have blown up in the past. Obviously, in a bear market, it may be a little bit difficult, but if you have a lot of hype around a new cryptocurrency and it gets released at these lows and we see lower points, it may create an investment point for a lot of people. So from an investment standpoint, it may look like a great opportunity for a normal person. But anyways, hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. Now, let's go ahead and just dive into some information, because I feel like it's going to be a little bit longer of a video and I don't want it to be crazy long. But if we go into their website, right, what really, I guess concerns me, I don't know if I want to use that word, but I guess concerns me is the lack of I don't know, just eye-popping interest. I don't know what words to use, but like attention grabbing. Like, I don't see anything that's grabbing my attention within the website. Obviously there's not too much to it. Like, if you think about other coins that have dropped that have been huge, right? Apecoin's website, phenomenal, right? Probably one of the best websites for a cryptocurrency that I've seen, right? Well put together, seeing a bunch of different spinning wheels and pieces here. Maybe they just don't need that. But literally, you get here, you can't scroll anywhere. You can learn about their team, the foundation, see the white paper, privacy terms, all of that different type of stuff. But then you go up here and you have these three areas, but there's nothing else that you can really do here. So it's kind of weird how you have this much invested into it, but then the website is just not like up to what I think par should be. But then again, do they need all the bells and whistles if they're just going to be looking to perform? Probably not. But also, I was looking into the white paper and I wanted to get into their vision. But before I get started, I was reading some stuff, and as I read into different cryptocurrencies, it's hilarious to me, because it makes me think about Microsoft Word, right? And you're probably like, what are you talking about, Microsoft Word? It makes me think that the white paper has to be more and more complex as a coin seems more and more legitimate, right? We've seen coins that have been very straightforward, that have said this is what it does, point A to point B, this is what we're doing, this is the vision of where it's going. But it seems like with everything that you read here, you have like terms that you don't understand, or a normal person wouldn't understand, that you have to research. You don't know how many times I have to look up a word. I don't know how to say a word. And maybe that's just because I'm not used to the coding side of things and things being broken down a lot more. We can tell that anybody that comes in to break down what a cryptocurrency does, they typically want to figure out every single piece of it. So I think now in the white paper, people have to explain everything that they're going to do. But it also seems like they'll turn a sentence from, like, for example, they'll say, this is a sentence, and this is why it reminds me of like Microsoft Word, because you can change every word to make it a more complete sentence, I guess, for you, something that sounds more complex, like you're smart. Like, basically you'll say this is a sentence, and you'll turn this is a sentence into, you are gazing upon an extraordinary form of words by a college level professional, like a professional. I can't even speak, right? This is the type of things that you have to read when you could just say this is a sentence. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty funny. But anyways, at the risk of embarrassing myself with any other regular words, let's go into the white paper here a little bit, see the vision. So the APTOS vision or Aptos vision is to deliver a blockchain that can bring mainstream adoption to Web3 and empower an ecosystem of decentralized applications to solve real-world user problems. Our mission is to advance the state of the art in blockchain reliability, safety, performance by providing a flexible and modular blockchain architecture. This architecture should support frequent upgrades, fast adoption, and the latest technology advancements, first-class support for new emerging use cases. So, like something like that, I feel like it could have been broken down a little bit. And that's pretty simple, actually. But reading through a lot of other stuff, it ends up getting more complex with things that people don't understand. But let's see. We envision a decentralized, secure, scalable network governed and operated by the community that uses it. When infrastructure demands grow access to, across the world, the computational resources of the blockchain scale up horizontally and vertically to meet those needs. As new use cases and technology advances arise, the network should frequently and seamlessly upgrade without interrupting users. Infrastructure concerns should fade into the background. Developers and users will have access to many different options for key recovery, data models, smart contract standards, resource usage, trade-offs, privacy, and composability. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Users know. Users know that their assets are secure, always available, and can be accessed with near at cost fees. Anyone can safely, easily, and immutably transact with untrusted parties worldwide. Blockchains are as ubiquitous as cloud infrastructure. Sure. Probably didn't say that word right. But anyways, that's basically their vision. I'll have to break down the white paper a lot more. I feel like there's a ton that you can get out of this, but a lot of times some people can break it down a little bit easier so that I don't have to spend the time looking at that stuff. But the crazy thing is you want to be able to read the white paper at least once or twice, and then you get an understanding of at least what it is, and then you can get another breakdown to get someone's opinion of what that is. So especially if you don't fully understand blockchain as a whole, or newer levels of blockchain, right? If you don't understand that, you have to get a full breakdown of exactly what they mean, especially when it comes to use case. When it comes to investment standpoints, a lot of times it's really straightforward, but use cases, we get newer and newer use cases for different projects and different blockchains all the time. And you have to be willing to change, I guess, willing to accept this change. But anyways, let's get into this article really quick. So this article basically talks about, and I guess it was created by a community member, but Aptos, right? And did they spell that wrong? Is the next Solana. So if we scroll down here, let's read this a little bit. So we don't have too much to read, but let's read this. So let's see. Aptos parallel process. A paralleling process is essential for faster transactions, but EVM can only process transactions sequentially. These issues also affect layer 2 on Ethereum, which is a part of the reason the mainnet cannot scale without sharding. However, Solana is a parallel processing blockchain, which is why it performs at a high number of transactions, but the downtime on the network is the major issue. With the Aptos blockchain, all of these constraints will be absent, since the network processes about 160,000 transactions per second by utilizing a parallel execution engine. Aptos aims to ensure lower transaction fees, which is definitely a good thing. Seeing the most transactions per second, being able to have lower transaction fees is always a good thing because, paying for any type of overpaying for transactions is definitely a thing that we want to avoid. Looking at Ethereum, where we're trying to avoid that. Parallel processing ensures that all transactions are performed simultaneously and validated afterwards. After failed transactions do not affect the entire chain. In uh, wait, any failed transactions do not affect the entire chain. In fact, failed transactions are aborted and re-executed due to STM, software transactional memory libraries. Rising interest in Aptos Labs and Layer 1 blockchain. Already interest in Aptos is very high. We've seen that with how many people are tweeting about it. 20,000 validator nodes on testnet. That's more than 10 times the number of validators on Solana mainnet. Which, to be fair, like obviously testing, you can have as many. It's just like if you test different systems for, say, a hospital or whatever, you're going to have multiple tests that go through because some of those tests, you're trying to see if things are working correctly. So you're putting those tests through, you're putting it through the ringer versus what you have there. But you do have validators, which is a different story. A little bit of a different story. The interest is understandable due to the enormous development of the network for about 3 years. More than 350 developers worldwide are working on the Aptos blockchain. Besides its high scalability and reliability, the Aptos network also has another layer of security. All assets can be handled separately on chain thanks to its programming language. This means copying and dropping the asset after it's been created is impossible. As a result, common attacks on Ethereum, such as reentrancy, cannot happen on the network. The rising interest in the Aptos blockchain means that it will launch at a higher valuation than most layer ones. This is not only because of the hype around it, but also the funding from the venture capitalists. Meta employers from the failed Diem project founded Aptos Labs. It has already raised 350 million in funding from some top venture capitalists in the crypto market. These include don't know who that is, FTX Ventures, Jump Crypto, Coinbase, Tiger Global, Binance Labs, and many more. So is this going to be the next Solana? This is definitely interesting. Let's look at the price breakdown and see what's happening with it, right? So it's definitely catching a lot of eyes, right? Right now, it's sitting at about $8.21. It's up 15% in the last 24 hours. The last time I looked at it since starting record this video 13 minutes ago, and kind of butchering every word that I came across, it actually has increased by about $1. So going from, well, probably not since I started recording, it was about 760, but from when I first saw it, which was yesterday, and I was like, oh, I'll do a video on it tomorrow. It was at like 730 or 730 or 740, so it's close to $1 of an increase. We're seeing this at a $1 billion market cap. We're seeing $399 million, flow through in volume. Multiple markets that it's available on: Binance, KuCoin, HG, Coinbase, FTX, all these different platforms. You can look at 60 different platforms, or 60 platforms, not different platforms, because you have multiples on here. But 60 platforms here, and you can obviously see that Binance is at the top of the list when it comes to volume. It's crazy that they're always on the scene to gather as much as possible in order to just control every single cryptocurrency that they can. But that's a whole nother story, a whole nother topic we can have. But if you look at the fully diluted market cap versus the market cap, it's a huge difference. That's something that really doesn't ever sit well with me. But when it comes to new investments and it comes to different strategies that are out here, yes, you can see things thrive, and I always like to get my feet wet in a situation. So if you are skeptical about the amount of dilution that could be, it doesn't hurt to get your feet wet because you never know what it's going to be, right? Solana has that ability to dilute the position as well, and they have diluted the position as time went on, as this bear market has gone on. But Aptos is just getting started, right? It could be that situation where you saw Solana at $26 and rose to $270 or something. It rose to $200+. And so, yeah, I saw it at $26 and I was like, this seems like an opportunity. Maybe I should buy it. I didn't end up buying it there. I ended up buying it at like 100 or something and made a little bit of money out of it, but didn't invest into it for really the use case at that moment. But Aptos may be a different story, right? So I did end up getting my feet wet into the position. I did end up buying into Aptos, and I bought about 40. I bought 38 at $7.40. So currently I'm up $1 on those 40, or the 38 coins that I bought, or tokens that I bought, and I'm interested to see where this goes. How high this price can go, maybe what dilution does factor into it. But I bought about $300 worth. I did have to pay a fee in Coinbase because of something that went on with, bank accounts and stuff like that. You always have issues there. So I paid a higher fee than what they would normally charge, because I went through a credit card rather than just a bank account, which needed to be relinked. But that's my problem. Anyways, I don't want to waste any more of your time because it's a 16-minute video, which is probably one of the longest videos that I've created on this channel. But if you guys could, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this position. Like I said, I hold 38 of it over in Coinbase. If I wanted to bring this over here. So over in Coinbase, it has 2 days typical hold time. And I hold 38.58, as you can see right above my head. I think it's there. So right above my head, you'll see 38.58. So that's not the end of it. Maybe I'll buy more as it does come down, as they add more supply, if they do. But throughout time, I think there's a hold process with a large majority of coins. So within this short period of time, you may see a large increase to the overall position, the overall project here. So anyways, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this project. It's not over. There's a lot more that we need to get into. But at risk of just talking your ear off, which I already have done, hit that subscribe button. But I'll catch you guys in the next video.